Football camp reflection. More than a football camp. Welcome to JV Matters. I'm Coach. This isn't just about football, it's about building young men. Every practice, every challenge, and every lesson is an opportunity to develop character, leadership, and purpose. Whether you're a coach, player, or parent, I'm glad you're here. So let's get started. So today's leadership thought is this: every team has a defining moment. Sometimes they're big wins under the Friday night lights. Sometimes they're heartbreaking losses. And sometimes they're the quiet moments when a team or a group of young men begins to believe in each other. And football camp is one of those moments. We came to those moments. We came together to improve. A few days ago, we packed up our equipment, loaded up the buses, and headed to football camp. We left our families behind. We left civilization behind, I guess you could say. And we went to camp. We went to improve, to get better. Like every team, we came with goals. We wanted to become a better football player. We wanted to improve our skills. We wanted to prepare for the season ahead because that road is not going to be an easy road to accomplish. The teams ahead of us are going to be tough. They're going to challenge us every step of the way. We're going to win some and we're going to lose some, but we have to know how to handle adversity. But after spending the last several days together, I think we accomplished something even bigger.
There you go, follow me, yours. There you go. There you go, there you go. There you go, that's fine. Hey.
The excitement was easy to see. Some players were experiencing football camp for the very first time. That was our freshmen coming in. That was our transfers coming in. Those were the people coming in for the first time. May have never seen camp or experienced it for the first time. Others knew what to expect. Some of them had been here for a few times. Even as freshmen, they've been here since then. But regardless of experience level, everyone had an opportunity to grow. They all learned and were growing. They grew into their positions. They knew what had to be done. They knew what they had to do. Camp brought out the best of these players.
All right, well,
I
welcome
asked
once again. I am Coach, and I have one of the JV players here. Who am I speaking with?
Rylan Klingerman.
All right, Klingerman, what position do you play?
Defensive tackle.
Okay, all right. Is this your first time at camp?
No, I was here when I was here last year when I was a freshman.
All righty, outstanding. What's been the biggest challenge for you so far here at camp?
Just getting to use the techniques that D lineman like I used when I was at varsity big man's been one of the challenges, but some have been successful though. But I want to get better at that.
Okay, all right, cool, cool. What's one thing you've learned about yourself so far?
That finding yourself is not easy and it takes time. It finding it yeah, finding yourself is not easy and it takes time. But one thing I did learn about myself is that I just need to be consistent in my work ethic.
Okay, all right, makes sense. All right, so which drill has pushed you the hardest, if any?
I think it was the drill today that where we had to rip through that kind of rip through, and then you had to kind of like once you rip through, you had to kind of go here, and then just kind of motion through like with the ripping, like going around the person. It's kind of
Okay,
similar to what we did with the L like the L drill that we do back at Shadow.
okay, all right, cool, cool. Um, has one impressed you the most today or during camp so far, and why? Has anybody impressed you?
I think one teammate that has impressed me the most is Paxton Rice, and it's just the physicality that he brings to onto this field. Just like earlier today, he bashed his nose onto one of the freshmen's head. And like I think 5-10 minutes after that, he still went back in, and I believe he still got a punt in before he hit one of the freshman coaches had to put him off. But his physicality and his toughness and his eagerness wanting to come back into the game is just inspiring to me.
Okay, all right, cool. I like that. All right, last question here. What's one lesson you'll take home from this camp?
Uh, 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 practice what you work. I can't really think of the actual saying, but what it means basically is that practice what you're playing. That's the word. Practice what
Okay.
you're playing. So what you practice on the practice field is what you're going to be playing during the game.
Okay, all right, sounds good. All right, well, Clearman, I appreciate your time. You have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your camp, all right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I asked the players a couple of questions and what they hope to get out of camp. Many of the players said the same thing. They were all taken out of their comfort zone. They were all taken out of that comfort zone, and one thing they noticed at camp, throughout camp, nobody stayed comfortable for very long. The practices were demanding. The competition pushed everyone. Nobody hid. Nobody was hiding behind the water coolers. That's exactly what camp is supposed to do. Take people out of their comfort zone. Growth rarely happens inside your comfort zone. You need to get out of your comfort zone. You need to get out of it. If you want to get better, you have to get out of your comfort zone. So let's talk about a few things. Let's start off with effort. Everyone showed effort. Effort was everywhere on that field. No one wanted to sit or hide. They all brought their A game. They wanted to be ready for day one on the 28th of August when our first game kicks off. Energy, oh my gosh, energy was all over. Energy was sky high. All over on both sides of the field, on both sides of the ball. They were ready to learn. They wanted to get better. They pushed each other on both sides of that ball. Players encouraged one another. There was no me on this field at camp. It was us. The freshman was with the JV as well. We taught them also. They opened up and learned as well. The freshmen came along very well with the JV. Coaches teaching, the coaches instructed from the moment we got on the field until the moment we left each day. Every player on that field received one-on-one at times. Even when we got back to the dorms, players were receiving one-on-one training if they needed it or wanted it. Players learning through mistakes. Players made mistakes all the time. Every player made a mistake. But this was a time for them to learn from their mistakes, to get better. We developed into a team and a family through those mistakes. We encouraged everybody. The players encouraged their fellow.
All right, here I am once again, coach with one of our coaches here at camp. He's one of our JV coaches, Coach West. He's the offensive coordinator. So I'm going to ask him a few questions about camp. So let me ask you a couple questions here, Coach, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Why is football camp so important?
Well, I think it's a good moment to bring teams together, to bring the players together, bring the team together, get some team bonding, and then also just focus on football and get in the installs and get in, clean up some things that you really truly need to get done before the season kicks off.
I got you. All right. Yeah. No. That makes a lot. So what separates good players from great players during camp?
Effort, usually, and focus. You can lose your way during camp at times. We all get tired, but those players that can fight through that tiredness continue on, and those are the ones that tend to be great players and separate themselves from good players.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So let me ask you this then. This is kind of an important question, I believe. So, how important is attitude compared to talent?
Attitude attitude makes up for a lack of talent because it'll provide determination and perseverance. And not only you don't even have to play a whole lot to have an impact on your team if you have a good attitude. Your good attitude will spread across your teammates and push them forward. If you have a good attitude and you keep putting work forward, you will see the field. Coaches will believe in you. Whereas if you have just good talent but a poor attitude, that a lot of times will eliminate all the talent that you have, and you will soon be find yourself on the bench in most cases.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, all right. Um, have any players surprised you this week?
Yes. Would you like me to mention any of them?
Yeah, sure. Go
Okay.
for it.
I've been impressed with the defensive line.
Okay.
Even though I got onto them earlier about going a little overzealous without pads, they have been extremely aggressive and quick off the ball. I've been impressed with the freshmen that have been joining us for our practices. I felt like good jobs with some installs and a couple of trick plays that we put in.
All right. All right. Cool. 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 So what do parents often misunderstand about football camp? Do they misunderstand anything about camp? Usually, some of them.
I think some might have the misconception that it's just going to be like a vacation.
Okay.
We're here to work. We are dead tired. The players are dead tired. Every single one of these players out here is dead tired because they've been putting in work in the sun all day. They've had to walk. It shows the commitment that they have and determination that they have to become better football players. And so this is about doing a job rather than a vacation. And I think sometimes parents might misconstrue that. Even though we are tomorrow getting to go have some fun.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. So let me ask you one other quick question. Um, what makes a team come together during camp?
I think personally, how a team comes to camp is listening to the stories of previous camps from the coaching staff and how they compare themselves to now. And um, no, no camp is exactly the same. It might feel like it's the same because it's kind of like wash, rinse, repeat.
Right. Right.
But for the new players that are coming, it's not, and it's a new experience, and it gives them an opportunity to experience the camp setting. And a lot of times, you will find kids that might not have been cut out for football find out at camp that they're not cut out for football.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Coach. I appreciate your time. You have a good day and enjoy
They
the rest of camp. Then.
encouraged everybody. The
Appreciate it.
players encouraged their fellow teammates. So I also wanted to talk to my coaches and hear from them about what stood out during camp. And my coaches also said one of the things that impressed them the most wasn't a touchdown. It wasn't a great catch necessarily. It wasn't a big play. It was watching the players encourage one another, helping teammates, holding each other accountable. That's when you realize football team is becoming something more than a group of individuals. It's becoming a family. And that's what we did. We became a family. We became one. We became together as one. So let's talk about this brotherhood. Like I mentioned, we became a family. This team bonded together, and that's what you do at camp. It was not about an individual, it was about a team, a family coming together as one. They shared experiences, they learned to work together. No outside interferences, no distractions from families or friends from outside, from home. Their family and friends became their teammates. They became one. They worked as one. They knew what their brother next to them was going to do on the field. Team meals, oh my word. 4 meals a day. They all ate like kings. The food in the cafeteria was outstanding. And then what is a team without a great booster club to finish the day off with a fourth meal, as well as snacks anytime they wanted or needed? Healthy snacks, not snacks that are going to tear you down or have you put you on a sugar high. These were healthy snacks. Our booster club was second to none. They were great. The parents that run that booster club do an outstanding job. Conversations, there were great conversations with the coaching staff and moments of bonding together, learning the school alumni song and the fight song together, bonding with the varsity players, bonding with other JV players, and bonding with the freshman players. They all came together as one giant family. Laughing together as well, they had lots of laughing time and bonding. There were moments of frustration, don't get me wrong. There were times that like, what am I doing, coach? How come I'm not getting this? But in the end, they were able to bond and laugh together and have a great time. They learned together. They were learning. Their learning started at 5 a.m. in the morning when they got up, when the horn sounded, and finished at 10 p.m. when the lights went out. They were learning all day long because those moments matter the most, just as much as what happens on the practice field. This is what makes a team better, the bonding.
Alrighty, so once again, we're still here at camp, and it's the evening time, and we're at one of the evening practices, and I believe I have one of the individuals from Shadow Ridge on the JV team.
Indeed.
And who are you?
Paxton Michael Rice.
Paxton. All right, what position do you play?
I play outside linebacker.
Outside linebacker. Is that the only position you play?
Basically, yeah. I play H back, but not really. Like,
Okay, all right. So what are you looking at gaining from camp this year?
just get more experience in the game. I just want to just learn the playbook better. I mean, I know everything. Just help out my teammates.
Okay, all righty, I got you. Okay. Is this your first year at camp, or
No,
have you gone
sir.
before?
I was here last year.
Did you? Okay.
Yes,
What?
sir.
As a freshman then? I take it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all righty. So, how do you like camp so far?
It's good. We got good food here. We get to it's just practice foods, eat, sleep. It's good. It's good vibes.
Okay, all right. All right, well, I appreciate you talking to me right now, and
Of
I'm
course.
going to go ahead and let you get back to practice,
Got you,
and
coach.
we will continue our conversation a little bit later, all right?
You got you.
All right, man, you have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
So you can see the players at camp had learned much. Several, as well as the coach, as well as the coaches did. The coaches learned tons of stuff. Okay, the coaches learned about each of the players as well. They learned about what drives each of the players, what makes them tick. The players learned about the coaches as well.
So
So
I
my
am
final
here
thought is
with Noah, and he is one of my linebackers, and we are after camp a day or so later. But I wanted to still continue some of my interview process and talk to them about camp and how it met their expectations. So, with that question, did camp meet your expectations, Noah?
Yes, it did. It taught me how to be a linebacker since this is my first time being one.
All right, awesome, awesome. So, what's something you did, or what's something you can do now that you couldn't do before camp?
I learned how to cover correctly, what to cover, and I learned a little bit more about run defense.
Okay, all right, perfect, perfect. How has this experience changed you?
It taught me how to play multiple positions since I've only played one ever since I started playing football.
Okay, all right. What advice would you give next year's players?
To be disciplined and just do what the assignment tells you to do.
Okay, all right, perfect. So, what's one memory you'll never forget?
I won't forget the one practice I was struggling on run defense, and you were getting on my butt about it because that's making me remember that I need to work on it. You know.
All right, I got you. All right. Well, I appreciate your time here, Noah. I really appreciate it, and you have a great day and good luck this season. All right.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, you got it. Okay, so I'm here with Coach Chris. He is my special teams coach as well as my DBs coach. So I'm going to go ahead and ask him a couple of questions here. So, Coach Chris, Why is football camp, or why was football camp so important?
Um, it was important to get a lot of time to work with our JV, and it was also beneficial to freshmen because they worked with us. Just so many practices, so much repetition. I got to spend a lot of time in our indie groups. For DBs, at least, we got a lot done. It was very productive from that standpoint.
All right, cool. So, what are you hoping your players gain besides football knowledge out of this camp?
Um, the reality of it to me is that they bond more closely together as a unit, as a team, to make that brotherhood basically,
All
and
right.
so that's really what it boils down to for me.
Okay, cool. So what separates good players from great players during camp?
Just showing up every practice, giving great effort. Um, some of them get tired, they're getting worn down, but the good ones, the great ones, they just keep coming and they give 100% effort and keep coming every day.
All right, good. Um, so how many or have any players surprised you while at camp? Did any players surprise you?
Um, There was one of the freshman players, actually, the safety. One of the
Okay.
safeties we had, he knew what he was doing. I didn't have to teach a lot. I mean, obviously he's young, but he seemed to know really had a good knowledge and good football IQ and knowing what he was doing. So he really
Okay.
did surprise me how
All
far
right.
along he was.
All right, cool. What's one lesson every player should leave with camp or leave camp with?
Um, that's a good question. Kind of had me stumped on that one. I don't know. I would say just valuing all of that time you have there and understanding, you know, this is an experience that you get to do very often, and
Okay.
so it value each and every practice, even though it's painful, you're tired, you're sleep deprived, still find a way to value it because it benefits you in the long run, and those guys are 5 steps ahead of everybody else, basically.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So, if you could give every player one piece of advice before the season starts, what would it be?
Just show up. Just show up every day. Give your best. Give your all for your coaches, your teammates. Um, that's really what it boils down to. On top of details, details matter. There's an old saying where I come from, my school where I played: dominate the details. That's what they do. That's what they focus on more than anything else. And it matters.
All right. Cool. So, I got a couple of fun type questions here. So, drink wise, what's your favorite drink or what do you drink? Coffee or energy drink?
Coffee.
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Favorite football movie?
Remember the Titans.
Okay. Uh, favorite? Do you have a favorite NFL coach?
Favorite NFL coach. This is going back a long ways, but Tom Landry back in the old
Okay.
days.
All right. What's one word that describes this team?
This current JV
Yeah.
team, I just say a ton of potential. I think. I mean,
Potential?
there's a lot of potential there. I think that describes a lot of them. There's maybe not quite as talented as what we had last year for JV, but that doesn't mean they're not talented. They got a lot of potential there if they're willing to
Okay.
work.
All right. Perfect. Well, Coach Chris, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Yep. Thank you.
You got it. Bye bye.
Bye.
So my final thought is this: football camp lasts only a few days, but the lessons learned there can shape an entire season. More importantly, they can help shape a young man's life. As we head into the season, I'm excited about what lies ahead. Not because I know we'll be perfect, not because I know this group has grown. They're stronger, they're closer, and they're more prepared for the challenges ahead now. Because camp showed us what we need to do going forward. It showed us where we are. It showed us that we are a family. It showed us our improvements. Now the real work begins once practice starts. Thank you for watching JV Matters. If you believe football is about developing character as much as developing athletes, please like and share. Subscribe this video. Share with your coaches, parents, and players who are committed to building better young men through the game of football. Until the next time, keep leading, keep serving, and never forget, JV matters because it's never been just about football. And you all have an outstanding day, and I'll catch you on the next episode of JV Matters.